At least at the time of recording this, design and AI are not besties yet. You can't just ask AI for this perfect design and it comes out amazing and branded and everything that you could have ever dreamed of. At least yet. But I still teach how to use AI in my courses, but not necessarily always to design. And today I want to let you in on the 5 ways I teach my students on how to use AI so that you can start utilizing this for yourself, because it's going to save you time, give you much better designs quicker, even though it's not helping you design, and make things a little bit funner in the process. And make sure you hang around to the end, because I'm going to share with you my favorite AI hack that is going to change the way that you design yourself. So let's dive in. Well, hello, welcome to my channel. If we have not yet met, my name is Jackie, and pretty much I am a graphic designer who is stopping the gatekeeping and helping everyday business owners like you start to utilize the power of design for yourself through DIYing and Canva. And today I want to chat with you around AI, because it's obviously such a buzzword and some people love it and some people hate it. And I'm in the middle somewhere. Sometimes I love it, sometimes I hate it. A lot of the time I love it, but not for design. I rarely teach my students how to actually do design with AI, because usually it just doesn't end up quite right yet. And I might change my opinion of that in the coming years, but at this time of recording, it is not yet the case. But it is still a very, very, very powerful tool when it comes to a few key things. And so I really don't think you will have thought of using a lot of these things I'm going to share with you with AI. So I'm excited to dig in. And also, if you're in my course, if you're in DIY, Design My Biz, make sure you've checked out all of the AI resource sheets inside all your modules, because these are all listed out with prompts and everything that you need for using these ideas for your designs. So let's dive in. The first one I want to talk to you about is using AI for clarity before you even do a design, before you even open a design. Because if you've ever listened to any of my stuff before, you will know that good design isn't really good design unless it's based on a strong foundation, unless you have a really great base for who your audience is, what you want your business to represent, and then using design to represent those things visually in a way to connect with your audience and compel them that you're the right person for them just through their eyes. And AI can actually help you uncover a lot of this stuff. So inside my course, for example, in module 2, where we're starting to really uncover what our business is for and who our audience is, I have a whole AI resource around how to find out more about your target audience through using AI. And so you're kind of going through different prompts and kind of unpacking who your audience is, what they love, what they're about, and building a picture of them. Because once you have a picture of who your audience is, it is so much easier to talk to them in your marketing and so much easier to design for them. Because like at the start of my business, I was terrified of niching down and picking an audience. And it meant that my design was gray and white, because I was like, I must appeal to everyone and everyone likes gray. They don't, but that was what I thought. And it meant that my brand was really bland. I had a bland brand. I had a bland brand. But now it's obviously the opposite. And one of the ways that I can do that is by getting to know my target audience really well. And so I want you to, if you haven't yet, chat to AI and get it to work out your target audience. Who are they? What do they love? What kind of designs do they love? What are their problems? What keeps them up at night? What are they dreaming of? What's their demographic? And actually one of the resource sheets I give my students is a little like a summary document where you can put in a bit about your audience. And I have a section to add a photo, and we ask AI, make a mock-up picture of this kind of person. And it just helps to give us a visual that we can anchor to when we're creating. We're like, I'm designing for X person, and it's a representative of your target audience. The second way I love to teach my students to use AI in design is actually in the brainstorming phase, or in the visioning stage. And so again, this is a stage that you have to get to before you start designing your brand. And it's where you start to find inspiration. So I usually encourage my clients to jump onto Pinterest and find some inspiration. And what people often have trouble with is working out what phrases to search and how to find images that are actually relevant to them and their business and what they want their business to represent. And so I've given my students like all of these prompts to find the right search terms on what they want their business to look like. And so, for example, do you want the word like playful color palette or soft fonts, or like you can have all these phrases. And so you can actually ask places like ChatGPT to feed into it a bit about your business, your target audience, who you serve, all the things, and then ask it to give you a set of phrases that will come up with some great search terms on Pinterest to help you find inspiration for your brand. You want to make sure you're adding things like color palette, fonts, branding, social media. And again, if you're in my course, make sure you head to module 3, because there's a resource sheet with a prompt. You can copy and paste it. Just going to spit all of this out for you. And then you can use those phrases in Pinterest to find things that you need. Instead of starting your brand with a plethora of options that are never ending, you can have a really targeted on-brand search that's going to find you the right things that are going to match what your business actually needs. A little side point on this too is you can get AI then, like ChatGPT, to look at your Pinterest boards or look at your mood boards and give you some feedback, give you some, like, I'm spotting this kind of pattern, or you should use this sort of font, or there's this kind of color palette used a lot. You should use that. And so I actually teach my students to take a screenshot layout of their Pinterest board, upload that into ChatGPT with a particular prompt, and it will then spit out, oh, hey, you should use this kind of color in your brand, or you should use this kind of font in your brand based on your research and the work you've done to find clarity on your business. And so similarly, you could use ChatGPT then to give you color recommendations, font recommendations, whether that's from your Pinterest board or whether that's just from giving it a bunch of information about your business and asking it to make a recommendation. Just a caveat too, while I'm here, always take this with a grain of salt. You know your business, you know your audience. Don't just see what ChatGPT does and think, oh, that's the be all and end all, I must go down this route. If you're not feeling it, you're not feeling it. A phrase I say to my students all of the time is there is no one perfect answer for your brand. There are like 200, 2,000, probably 2 million different color palettes that could work for your business. It's about finding one that resonates with you, with your audience, and what you want your business to represent, and one that you can enjoy using. Because if you don't enjoy using your color palette, you're just using it because ChatGPT told you to, you're not going to love creating graphics for your business. And if you don't love creating graphics for your business, guess what's going to happen? You're not going to create graphics for your business, and that's a real bummer. So that little caveat, please keep that in mind too. The next way we can use ChatGPT is in our logo creation, and not necessarily to create your logo icon, which you could do, but the best logos have a really, really strong concept. And so you can even ask ChatGPT to help brainstorm concepts with you. And so in my course, I teach my students to kind of brainstorm out ideas for their logo. Like, what does your business represent? Say, for example, you're a horse riding coach and you wanted to brainstorm out a logo. I would teach my students to go, all right, horse riding business, and then you would brainstorm out like horse, saddle, riding, lots of different things that are to represent the business, even things like empowering or young girls, if that's your target niche. Any kind of thing you can think of to do with your brand, and then you kind of brainstorm visuals from that. So for horse, you would think of tail and mane and horse silhouette, and for saddle, you'd think of saddle or leather or straps, or for girl, you might think of hair or ponytail, and then you'd be like, oh, ponytail, horse has a ponytail. Maybe I could use a ponytail or something in my branding. And you start to kind of create logo ideas from those really strong concepts rather than just copying the random logos you find on the internet. But you could use ChatGPT to help you do this brainstorming process. You can put in a particular prompt and give it information again about your business and ask it to give you different concepts or icon ideas for your brand. Similarly, you could ask it to give you style ideas. Like if you are a gym, you're probably going to have quite a different style than if you're a watercolor artist. And so you could ask ChatGPT, what are some styles and graphic styles I guess I could use for my logo? Like, should I use minimal, or should I use watercolor, or should I use really block shapes? Like, you can ask it for information and ideas on that too. And then if you want to, for the logo creation step, you could then ask it to create a logo icon kind of thing for you. You then would need to make sure you take that, making it into a vector file, all sorts of things. If you're in the course, again, you know how to go through that process. But it is helpful to kind of work through those things, but not just saying, ChatGPT, make me a logo. Like, doing all this research first also helps to give you ownership, helps you feel like you actually own the idea. And I think that's a really important part of all of this, is we don't want to just outsource all of our thinking, all of our creativity, and all of our what our business needs to represent to ChatGPT. We want to be partnering with it to help explore ideas and help give us ideas so that we can then embed concepts to it rather than just saying, make me a logo. Another way that you could use it is to create your brand elements. And so whether or not you actually use it to create the brand elements, which I do show my students how to do, you could even just find an element style. So like I was saying, you could find a logo style. You can also find an element style. So by elements, I mean things and graphics and illustrations and textures and patterns that are in your graphics that build up your whole brand as a style rather than just logo or colors, because those things in themselves don't create a consistent, beautiful visual brand. They just are logos and colors. You need to have a full brand, and that's where elements kind of come in. And so you can ask, again, ChatGPT, you might want to use that Pinterest board you made ages ago and say, what is a style, an element style I might use? And you might choose to do like a minimal one-line element style. You might choose to do rustic doodle illustrations. You might choose to do ripped paper textures. Like, you could ask ChatGPT to give you ideas for these, and then you can plug those search terms into places like Canva, and it'll come up with a ton of elements you can then use straight away inside your designs. And the final way that you can use AI in your designs, which is such a helpful one, and I think you're going to use this one a lot, and that is getting AI to give you feedback. And so you create the full design. You might create a design in Canva, a social media post. You can then take that social media post, save it as a JPEG, for example, upload it into ChatGPT and say, hey, I'm learning how to design. This is for X business. I want it to feel like this. It's promoting this. Give it your design and ask it to give you feedback. Say it's meant to be on Instagram, and it might say, oh, you might need to make your heading larger, or there's not got enough hierarchy here, or you need to fix up the color contrast here. So asking it for feedback is going to help you to get better at designing your graphics as well. Even though you're doing the designing, you get to learn lifelong skills from ChatGPT kind of coaching you a little bit. And obviously, I don't think it always gets this right, and I personally give our clients and our students feedback inside our courses. But if you need need some extra help or I'm not online at the time, then asking AI to give you feedback is a great interim solution as well. And so I hope you found that one helpful. If you are thinking, you know what, I would love to take advantage of all these prompts that Jackie was talking about and start to use AI in my design, but also get the full design process of how to build a robust and professional brand, I would love to have you in my course. It's called DIY Design My Biz, and it is a comprehensive online program for everyday business owners to learn design stuff. It's non-scary, non-threatening, really easy and straightforward, and steps you through everything that you need, everything from AI prompts to templates to examples to stepping you through that entire process. And that program is currently available for you to join right now, and I would love to have you. Just head to whitedeer.com.au. That's the color white, the animal deer.com.au/DIY Design My Biz, which is DMB. So DIY DMB, and you'll be able to join that course and you can get instant access to everything. So you can make your brand this weekend and have it incredible, or you could take your time and do it over a few months. You get lifetime access to this program and it is incredible. I really would love you to take a look because I think it's going to help make this designing process for yourself a whole lot easier, a whole lot quicker, a whole lot smarter, and a whole lot more effective. So thank you for joining me for this video. If you loved it, make sure you hit like. Let me know the AI thing that you might use in the comments if you're on YouTube, and make sure you've hit subscribe if you want more. I'll see you next week for another episode. Bye.